Hello. Welcome. Just getting stuff set up. Here we go. Hope you're doing well. I just thought I would jump on here for a little bit and do some drawing. When last we left our genie, he looked a little something like this, and I decided to just go ahead and, well, let me take this other layer off. And I finished him, and I'm really happy with how he took. It was quite a struggle. There was a lot of work involved in creating this. Like, I didn't get everything perfect. Hang on, something's wrong over here. Let me see what's going on. Okay. Hey, Retro Collective. Hello, welcome. I know, impromptu drawing night, but it's been a while, and I have been saying I get back to doing this, and it's been a little bit crazy here trying to find a schedule. So I'm like, no, there's no time like the present. And so anyway, I already went ahead and did this guy, and yeah, sorry about that. But so that being said, if I jump over here, I went ahead and I was like, okay, I got this gal. Let's work on her together. And I started doing her hair, and I'm like, I need to stop, and I need to do this with the folks so they can see and they can get an update on everything. But yeah, I thought I would just go live for a little bit and color and draw, because I will be going, I'll be playing with my friends later on. We don't know quite yet if we'll be streaming over on Kick, but if we are, then you're going to want to follow us over on Kick. There is a link in the description box down below, and you can follow us over on Kick and follow our many adventures. Lots of yelling, lots of yelling, and so that way if we do go live, you will catch us. Anyway, hey, it's Emily Kruger in the house. Hello, Emily. Retro Collective says I'll be lurking at work. Nomi likes yelling at me. She says that I get sassy. I have to retaliate. That's why. I have to retaliate the sassiness. Okay, so like last time with our gal over here, we can see I've got my reference of the gal that I painted, or excuse me, I colored last time, and I've got my genie color palette over here above my Sea of Thieves one, which we're going to get to that one day too. It's crazy, guys. There's just so many projects. So I had a mentor, you might say. So I've got like the skin and stuff like that going on. I'm just going to get the hands and everything like that. But I had a mentor who said you should have numerous projects, right? You should have numerous projects going on at one time. So if you ever get bored of one, you can just transition over to another one, right? I think I went a little overboard. So I've got a couple of projects in the works, and I've not really been able to keep up with any of them. Life. But hey, no, just not to stop. As my friend Mahini likes to say, just don't stop drawing. Don't stop drawing. Hey, it's Megatron. How you doing? I'm doing good. I just thought I would jump on here. Let me make sure I'm on the right layer here. Yeah, make a new one. This should be fun. My hand turned out really good. I did have exactly story of life. There's just never enough time in the day, is there? Between work and everything. And if you have a family, especially, trying to find that time is difficult, but hey, we make it, right? I want to get shoot fire. I want to get back into this. I might need to get a different case or invest in a stand when it's not the case. The problem is that the case is kind of, which is good, it's kind of difficult to put on and off. So I mean, it's stable, but I need something that when I rest against it, it doesn't collapse. I don't like doing it like this. I don't like doing it flat. I really like having it at an angle. And it's like, unless it's like this, but that's too much of an angle. So I'm going to have to, maybe we'll just do it this way tonight and see how I like it. But see, now it's bouncy. I don't like that. Let's see what we can do here. Start one project and then I get inspired. Exactly. There's just too much inspiration for people like us, Megatron. It's the sailor's life for me. No, it's not, but it's from a game. But how's everybody's week going so far? You making it? We making it okay? Oh, let me plug this in. Need my phone to charge. I never get around to the original project till next year. Yeah, pretty much. Hey, John. Yeah, I do hope everybody's week's going so far. We've made it halfway through. We're making it. We're making it. Figured at least I could start working on the base color for everything with this gal. There we go. Nomi said make her brown, so that's what we're doing. She gave me her permission. Not that I needed it, but it's good to have just in case. You're still alive and your hands still work. Amen. Right? For creatives, it's huge. It's imperative. It's imperative. But I appreciate everybody being here, hanging out. Like I said, I know it's an impromptu stream, and I was gonna do get back to our world creating, but I have an idea with the ancient book. The book of lore that we've all created together. But don't worry, it's coming back. I've not forgotten about Moby, Kefin, all of Donker. Look, they're all going to make a grand appearance again. Okay, but I was going to enlist your help in the community chat, and I haven't gotten there yet, but we're going to move on. Like, I know a lot of you said, hey, what about creating the world? Like actually drawing and coloring the world that the characters lived in. I'm glad that you asked that question. We are going to get to that. Pay attention to the community chat in the next couple of days, because I'm going to need your input for the next project that will be in the Book of Wonder there, as Renfro Collective saying, the Book of Fantasy, the Book of World that we're creating. I like that. The Book of World. The Book of World. What if that was look, we're already brainstorming. What if, you guys been around, you know the OG characters. What if that was the name of the world? Just World. It's the Book of World. That would be super duper cool. And oh my stars and goddess, is that Culture Casino in the chat? I wish I could draw, unless it's an engineering schematic, furniture plan, or floor plan. I can't do it. Dude. Maybe I should teach you how to paint. Would you like to come on the channel and I teach you how to paint something? That would be kind of cool. I'd be more than happy. More than happy to teach you. Did you catch my last live stream where I was talking about the actor that I taught how to paint? Right? So I've got street cred, okay? You would love that? All right. We'll be in talks. We follow each other on Twitter, right? You could, if you don't mind. I'll put the ball in your court. If you would send me a message, that way I will remember to respond to you. We will get something set up. An artist can come from anywhere. That's absolutely right. That's absolutely right. Yeah, you got it. We're on it. Oh, I'm so excited. Let's do this, because I have other artists, or excuse me, well, I do have other artists coming on my channel, but I have other people coming on the channel. It's just, again, getting things set up. It's coming. I know I've been saying that for a while, but it's coming. I have a lineup. I've got a process. It's all coming together. It's all coming together for you guys. I mean, it's also for me because I enjoy doing this, but it's also for you because you guys like watching it, you know? So here we go. Let's get this gal going. Go here. I need to remove her head. Or maybe I don't, because I can't. All right, well, let's try this. We're just going to make believe and live in a world of pure imagination, as Willie likes to sing about. Culture Casino, be thinking about. I'll get with you about the details, but just go ahead and be thinking about what you want to paint. Because I leave it up to all of my guests. They are the one. Boy, that looks really, really great. They get to decide what they want me to teach them. So if you already have an idea, that'd be great. Okay. All right. And then she has her midriff exposed. I don't know why I made this character kind of complicated in design. I started learning that as I was going along. I'm like, try to minimize some of the details. Of course, I didn't really do that, but at least I told myself that. So, okay. Well, let's see. Let's see what we can do here. I know, well, obviously her chest is not exposed because we don't do that around here. Okay. She does have some kind of like crop top medallion. I don't know. Look, I am not a fashion designer by any means, so this top obviously makes no sense because it's pretty much like she's got nothing on except for this piece of jewelry. And you know what? I'll allow it. I'll allow it. Hope you guys are okay with that. We'll see what is going to come to pass with this outfit. She might need an alteration. Play to your strong suits. Now, I've been doing this to be working on poses and stuff like that for the characters. If you watched my last video, I'm trying to help. Some people told me that they really appreciated me teaching them how to show how to do poses for warrior poses and things like that, basic anatomy and stuff like that, because a lot of us want to create our own characters, but the body is hard. Okay, the body's hard, and so as I've learned how to break it down, show you, we can break it down together. Modesty is the best policy. We try here on Dreaming Tabitha, keep it PG, you know. Okay. I think that'll be enough because again, she'll have something that covers her, but do it for the cheek. I'll figure out more of the coloring of the situation, and I probably should just color the whole thing. And then I feel kind of weird talking about modesty. I feel kind of weird when I don't, and it's all just skin color. But I think that would be the most beneficial in this situation. So avert your eyes, gentlemen. Okay, she's naked. Scandalous. Too graphic. One giant blob of color. Okay. And then she doesn't have anything. All her lower portions are covered up. I got your message. Very prompt, sir. I salute you. How's that in Friends, the Red Birds or whatever, where they're like whistle and then they... Okay. All right, so we've got the body, all the basic colors down. She's coming along. Oh man, I am so excited about these characters. I just don't know what all I'm going to do with them, but I have been coming up with a story for them, and it's got quite the twist in it. And as we go along, I'll be sharing some more about that. But I can't tell you how excited I am. I can tell you. I can tell you. I'm very excited about where these characters are going. And like I was saying before, I want your help with naming these characters. Somebody suggested for the male genie over here. Let's get them. Let's get the gang together. For the male genie over here, and I hate that it's all bleached out like this. There we go. Does that help a little bit? That his name might be like Jenny. Obviously, this is a more feminine name. I get that. But this person also, I do know that they're not from America. And so I wondered if they had said Jenny with maybe an accent from their country. J's are typically pronounced like Y's over there. So it was like Yenny. And I'm not totally fond of Yenny, but I was like, that's kind of something to build off of. It's not a name that I would have ever chosen because of its seeming feminine roots. But then I remember the new age classical artist, Yanni. Anybody familiar with my man, Yanni? Okay. Greek composer, musical artist, genius. Love me some Yanni. I haven't listened to Yanni in forever. I need to do that, you know, when I have time to just sit down and paint in the privacy of my life. But his name was Yanni. And you've never heard of Yanni? Okay. Yanni has so many great hits. Aria. If you look up Yanni and Aria, it's called like floating music. That's personally one of my favorites. And then there's Yanni and then his Wishing Well. is a go-to of mine all the time. He has so many, but those are like my top two. Aria and Wishing Well. Look it up. I swear you won't regret it. Okay. It was considered new age classical. Okay. It was like groundbreaking back in like the late 80s, early 90s. Definitely. Okay. You said send some your way. Hang on. And I will always regret not going to Yanni's 25th anniversary for his music when it was close to where I lived. I will always regret that. I should have seized the day, and I was like, nah, it's too much money. I just can't afford it. I regret that to this day. If I have a chance to go see that man in concert, if he ever does it again, because he's probably retired now, I'm going. All right. Aria. You should watch him live. Let's see. Let me get this on here. Is this the one that I want? Yeah. Okay. Well, it's a little different, but live. At least you can see what the man looks like. The man can play two pianos at the same time. All right. So this is Aria, and then hang on. You could also maybe list it as like, because he didn't like to be classified as new age. He wanted to be considered more of like classical, like alternative classical or classical new age. And I wish I could play this music while I'm streaming, because this would totally get me in the mood. But I can't, because YouTube is mean like that. But anyway, these are my top favorites, but there are other ones that are less whimsical. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Don't hold it against him. It's not for everybody, but these are ones, like I said, that are more whimsical. He has other ones that have a lot more serious and dangerous undertones, but which I will listen to all the time. But these are my top favorite. So there you go, Forgotten Man. Yanni. He's Greek. It's short for something. But anyway, back to my genie. I don't know. He could be like a Yanni, a Yenny. I kind of like it, even though it's a little bit feminine. However, these are kind of desert, Middle Eastern fantasy folk. So it could work. And I'm thinking of leaning that way for that genie. Since that was the only name suggested to me, I think I might be rolling with it for the yellow genie. Okay. If anybody else has any suggestions, I will gladly hear them. I will listen to them. Because I love, you guys know, I love creating with you, by the people, for the people, the American way, okay? It's the American way. It's the dream. Okay. Let's put some pants on this gal. And we'll just go over this way. I'm still not the best at human form, but I'm getting better. I hope that you guys can even see the improvement that has come with my drawing capabilities. Well, but definitely not my technical capabilities. Just keeping you on your feet, keeping you on your toes, just seeing if you're paying attention. All right, we'll do this. Feet and legs are hard at these weird angles, but I'm just learning to also trust the system and just kind of go wherever the wind takes me. Like I did in my watercolor video. If you guys haven't watched that, you could laugh your butts off or sigh emphatically because of my outbursts. Alt classical? Yeah. Consider it that. I think he got dubbed, though, New Age, classical New Age. Because he has a very strong classical background, obviously. I say obviously, like you guys have read his biography, so I'll just retract that. Okay. Okay. So yes, I have quite the plot for these little genies here. Which Yanni album do you like the most? It's been a moment since I was listening to him, but my mother is a big fan. So, gosh. So, I don't know. Like, I think the first CD I'd ever gotten from him, I know, CD. I think the first CD I ever gotten from him was a mix somebody had made for us. So I don't actually know what the album was actually called, right? And so I listened to that CD just over and over again until eventually I got the CD that had the wishing well on it. And I don't remember what it was called. Let me see. Does it say on here? If I Could Tell You was the album. I really loved that one. And then, oh gosh, what was my favorite? You did put me on the spot. Forgot, man. It'd probably be better with Enya. I'd be more familiar. Because then by the time that I got like older, YouTube started to become a thing where you could find the music albums. And so I would listen to Yanni, but typically I just listened to that CD over and over again. I wish I knew what it was called. Hang on. Okay, now I gotta look. We should be drawing genies. But instead, we talking about Yanni album. Let's see if the internet even knows what that is. Tribute. I would probably say I listened to, that's not the original one that I got, but my favorite would have to be Tribute. I see that. I did have Reflections of Passion and The Very Best of Yanni. Devotion. Okay, that one was awesome too. Gosh, now it's just bringing me back. Like, take me back. Okay, so definitely liked Devotion, for sure. Devotion, The Best of Yanni. Then there was The Very Best of Yanni back in 2000. Devotion was in 1997, dear God. And then Reflections of Passion was in 1990. I was a speck in my mother's eye pretty much at that time frame. And then If I Could Tell You came out in 2000 and Tribute came out in 1997 when I was a wee lass. So there you go, Forgotten Man. I got to your answer. You're drawing with me? That's excellent. Still working on the Genie Warriors? Of course. Always. We working on our gal here. Working on it. Yanni, of course. If you don't know who Yanni is, what are you even doing on the internet? Okay. What are you even doing on the internet if you don't even know who Yanni or Enya are? Like, come on. Okay, so got the basic colors here. And then, here we go. I changed her sword, too, if anybody took the time to notice that. Oh, or if you could see it. I didn't mind the way that this one was shaped, but I was like, I want to change it up. I am going to make it look a little bit more traditional Middle Eastern or whatever, you know, just because the hilt was cooler and I wanted to do more with it. And so I did change that up. So all right, let's get our golden color out. See if we can make it a little bit. It took forever for me to get this hilt on here too. I'll just go up. Does anybody have any plans for the weekend? Who's seeing Dune? This girl is. Yes, I am. I enjoyed the first one way more than the original 1984 one, Hala. And I'm looking forward to this second one. It's been a while since I've been to the movies, and it's been a while since I've been to the movies and was excited about it. I went and saw Godzilla -1, and I loved it, but I can't say I was excited about it. I miss going to the movie theaters, like, and watching. I know I don't want to. We all kind of talk about that. I'm just reminiscent. I don't want to bring it up. I want to stop because we all know we all share the same problem. I don't know. I watch dumb people doing dumb things on YouTube and occasionally watch smart people on YouTube. I don't rot my brain. Thank you. Nah, just more drawing this weekend. Might do not. I assume go to an art store that's closing up soon. Oh, might get some good deals for sure. You should look up Himikami Moonwater, older album. He comes out of Japan. Ooh, I might have to do that. I love all kinds of variety of music. One thing I like about Yanni is that he's like multicultural in a lot of his music. So with his Greek background and everything like that, but then also, so that's very heavy in there. And then also he will display some tribal, like African tribal music, like the Wishing Well. And then he will have kind of an Italian flair, like in aria, and all kinds. He will have like Aboriginal flair in his music as well. So when you like a nice variety of music, Yanni, yo man. Hey, Dick Brown. I always thought it'd be cool if Enya and Yanni got together and made a music baby. The world would just come together, and it would solve all of life's problems, and we would finally have world peace. I believe that. So, got our story. Pause for a dramatic flair. Okay. Thank you everybody for hanging out with me, by the way. Listening to my nonsensical whimsical self. Yeah. Hit that like button for me if you haven't already. Do it. Do us a favor. What? I'm about to have a meltdown. For real. She died? I did not hear about that. What? I'm about to be shook nasty. Like I'm about to be very distraught. Forgotten man, forget you. On Tuesday, February 27th, the singer's reps officially confirmed that she is not dead. What are you trying to do to me? Oh my gosh. I need to recover. I need some coffee. Okay, so apparently this happens periodically to different artists who just kind of disappear or whatever the case might be. Because the same thing happened to Dolly Parton like 2 or 3 years ago, where everybody's like, Dolly Parton, did she die? Like, and all of a sudden, I remember like Twitter and stuff like that being all shook up because we all thought that America's legendary sweetheart had died, okay? And like, we already been through Betty White, okay? And so many others, we can't, okay, so yeah, no. She's not dead yet. Dying is the new black. Exactly. Apparently a lot of people become victimized, is what this says about celebrities. Okay. She is a very private individual. And so probably what has happened is because it takes her like 7 years to come out with a new album. Like she just disappears. She goes into hiding. Okay. So that she could just stay in her castle over there in Ireland and produce her music in peace. Right. So probably what some fool has done is possibly started this rumor in order, it's like, it could be a PR stunt, right? To start this rumor to get hype back up and possibly either bring her out of hiding or getting ready to release an album. I don't think she would do that herself because she's a very, very private individual who does not get all up in the controversy. You know what is fantastically amazing, and I just would love to be Enya, is that as few people, which is so crazy, these days anyway, as few people that know who Enya is, like everybody's heard Enya's music at some point in their life. They just don't know who she is or where at, right? But last time I checked, this was a couple of years ago, she actually makes more money than Adele. So, anyway, fun fact of the day. And I'm like, that's crazy. And that's crazy awesome. Like, that's the kind of person I would want to be. Just win in silence. Like, just do what you love, do it well, let the whole world know, but don't tell them. Well, good. That's all you have to say for yourself. You're about to give me a heart attack. That's all you, sir. I'll tell you what, I was about to be very upset. Oh my goodness. Because like all the good ones, we can't be losing all the good ones with all the stupid stuff that's going on these days. Like we can't. I won't allow it. Thank you. That's all I really wanted from you, sir. That's all I wanted. Do you know that whenever I see your avatar in the chat, like I don't recognize it for what it is, like on screen here in the chat, and it will never leave my mind. When I first saw you come up, to me, it looks like a steampunk guy with giant goggles and like a bowler hat on. And so it's what I always recognize it as when I see you in the chat. But then when I actually bring up your name and I see it, it's like, it's a Herbie on giant wheels. Hey, Lady Marine. Hello. We are just over here recovering from Forgotten Man's false information, misinformation. That's right. He was over there saying, how could we make Tabitha gasp in shock and terror? Well done, sir. Well done. Just teasing, of course. I mean, I was mortified, but hey, you know, the thing is, everybody got to go at some point. I just would have been blown away from her truth. Okay. So, got ourselves a giant sword. I just need to put some boots on her. Just waiting for my friend Nomi. So it worked. It did. I don't know if that was his plan all along. But it works. It worked. How are you doing, Lady Marine? How's the painting and the creating? How's that all going for you? How's the ferret doing? Is he doing okay? Is he making it? Okay, I want to move this down. Well, let's look over here at our shoes. What do we got? I guess we'll start with the center. Oh, I seem to have messed that up. Okay. Go. Brainstorming, thumbnailing some ideas for my niece's present. Sister-in-law wanted me to draw all of the Disney princesses for them. Wow. So I'm just going to do a big group shot of them all. That's a lot, Megatron. It's quite an undertaking. You demand I can do it, though. All right. What do these shoes look like? Not like this. I messed up. Oh, we did say she's going to go through a wardrobe change here a little bit, so. Oops. Unfortunately, you haven't painted since you did the Christmas ornament ferret. But I did make something and launch my first. Oh, excellent. Where is it? What is it? Feel free to drop it. Feel free. All right, I forgot what these shoes look like. They're kind of the same thing. I'll cover up what I don't like. Said every makeup ad in the world. Okay. Let's get the main color over here. Where can we find you? It's the mousetrap I made using Steamboat and Beep Bop Boop. Oh. Yeah, we would all love to see that. I need to practice though, because I need to get better at drawing multiple characters. Hey, that's what I'm doing over here too. Steamboat Willie. All right, I gotta see how we're doing this shoe. So it's got like a thingy that comes up and then comes around. Yeah, sounds about right. I haven't done traditional painting in a long time, and I really miss it. I have, go figure, I have another project started that I got inspired by RevKev. You know what? I was going to save it. I might as well just show you. So the backstory behind this is that he had purchased a board game, and it was a Marvel superhero game, and that had all the Avengers on it, and they were all in chibi form. And he mentioned me, he tagged me and said, hey, this looks like your art style, because she paints over there. And it's not his fault. A lot of people get it confused. They just sum up everything that I do and say that I'm painting. I do mainly draw and use markers on my chibis, but I was like, I should try to paint chibis. Why am I not doing this? So let's see what camera, here we go. So I don't know if you guys can guess who this is before I tell you. And so I've got it all sketched out, or most of it sketched out. I've got the characters sketched out, and they are Marvel characters. And Marvel, right? Yeah, they're Marvel characters. So it's going to be the Fantastic Four. You're probably like, but where's Sue? Well, obviously she's there. You just can't see her. I'm going to be doing the Fantastic Four and do a painting. I just haven't decided yet if I want to do it in acrylics or if I want to do it in oil. Might get fancy. Yeah, things are always going to change as you go along with the character's construction, but yeah, I'm super excited about it. This is just like the rough draft, and then of course as you paint, the details emerge and it all changes. You thought Thing was Iron Man? He's a little bit too big to be Iron Man, but yeah, he's got that look. I did get some inspiration from other people about maybe what it should look like. And it's a little bit blockier than what I would normally do. So I normally, also from RevKev, I have, if you watch any of my videos, hang on, especially the shorts that I make, I won this on RevKev's channel, and I use this for every chibi to create the head, the perfect circle. But you can see that these are significantly smaller, so they're just a little bit different. I tried a little bit blockier, obviously, because I couldn't use this for my stencil. I need to get like a stenciling thing that has the different shapes and the different, or I should say the different sizes. And so it's a little different than what I normally do, but I'm super excited about it. And so you've got Reed Richards, you got Johnny Storm, Thing, and Sue's floating around somewhere. Hey, rolling chairs. So yeah, I'm excited to start that project. We're just going to wait and see when exactly that will be. Oh, I did bad things over here. All right, did that. And then we'll create another layer. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. Like I said, I haven't been painting for a while, and I can feel it. If you're a creative person and there's a certain medium, a certain thing that you want to do and create, and you just haven't had the time, like, you can feel it. You can feel the withdrawal. You know, it doesn't have to be painting. It could be drawing. It could be building, like arts and crafts. It could be woodworking, anything. Just if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, you feel it. Do Sue as distortion? Are you talking about like distorting her, or is that like a character in the stories? I'm mostly familiar with Fantastic Four in German. Like most of my comic books that I had from Fantastic Four were in German. So funny. So I don't really have a lot of knowledge. All right, let's do this. Definitely, I haven't had the mental umph to paint. I really need to finish something though. I know, right? Like you get into this mental oomph, as you say, where it's like you want to do it, or you get into like this funk where it's like, you know, you need to do it because you like physically need to do it. Your soul is telling you to do it, but somehow you don't have the wherewithal to actually get started. I know for myself, I tend to overcomplicate things that I really want to get into, and so I don't start it, rather than just starting and kind of figuring it out as I go along, and that makes it really hard. And then you just end up in a slump, like, oh, I didn't paint again today, even though I had the time. You know, it's a vicious cycle. I think I missed the episode where you were drawing an elf and he was celebrating a new holiday involving a bowl of rats as a dish. Never caught the conclusion of that. Is that video somewhere? So it wasn't an elf celebrating ratworm stew, I believe is what you're talking about. There was no elf celebrating ratworm stew, but I did have a chibi elf that I had drawn, and I maybe showcased that when we were working on our recipe for ratworm stew, and all of my lives are available for that. Yes, I left out the A out on accident. Distortiona? Is that what I'm saying? Do Sue is what? Distortiona? I could relatively say that I'm a normie when it comes to a lot of the comic book stuff. Okay, on into, I'll just keep this on the same layer. That's the one thing about Procreate that is such a bother, is that you are very limited depending on the size of your canvas of how many layers you're allowed to have. So layers are important. Layers are friends. So we want as many of them as possible. Like Facebook back in the day. You weren't you unless you had 300 friends. Okay. I think this is a little too pointy. Okay. Gotta exercise. You're right. You do need to exercise the finger muscles consistently. Absolutely you do. Okay, so let's turn on all of our layers here. And I would say that we have, well, I just have one more shoe to do. So I need to do that underneath it here. I think we should make this a little pointier. It's just getting bigger. This girl's going to be size 13 by the time we're done. Okay. Okay. Got to clean up some stuff, but there's always something to do. Yeah. For me, I just doodle little eyes or something on my breaks at work if I don't have any specific in mind. I will definitely look at that. Here we go. We got our character. Now be thinking, if you don't mind, be thinking about names for these characters. I think we might go with Yenny for the yellow character, but I'd like something really powerful for this particular woman. Absolutely. And then be sure to be paying attention to the community tab, because I'm really going to be needing your help for when we return to the Book of World. I like that. When we return to the Book of World for our character creations, that you guys are the ones that help make that. And let's check out what Lady Marine sent me here. Ooh. I love the colors. I'm pretty sure I understand the message too, and it's really, really touching. Really, really touching. That's beautiful, Lady Marine. It's beautiful. Let me check here something. Did she just... She did. She did. Justin, you showed up. Don't look at her, okay? She's immodest right now, but we're working on that. I'm just kidding. She's right there. She's good. We're going to be putting some altered clothing on her because this is really impractical just to have this medallion here. But anyway, thank you everybody for showing up. My gal Nomi and I are going to be playing over on Kick. So if you haven't followed us over there and you want to see our many crazy adventures where we yell at each other incessantly, check us out over on Kick. Description, check it. The link is there. You were late. You were. Look, I sent out the notification to everybody, and if you're subscribed, you got it. If you didn't, Justin, that means you're not subscribed, and we're just no longer friends anymore. I see what you did right there. Anyway, always welcome, Justin. Thank you everybody for showing up. We're going to continue this later on. Be thinking about those names, okay? And I'll catch you next time here on the YouTube.